Dear student, so this video we will explain about vector spaces. The outcomes of this video are we will be able to know the definition of vector spaces, examples of vector spaces, some properties of vector spaces. First, before going to the definition, we have to know the internal composition, external composition. So what is internal composition? So internal composition, let F be a set. If a circle B belongs to F, for all a comma B belongs to F, then circle is said to be internal composition in the set F. That means any elements a comma B belongs to F, the binary composition, whatever it may be, plus or minus or whatever it may be, after completion of that composition, the element must be in F, then it is called internal composition. Coming to the external compositions. So what is external composition? Let here see, there only F is it, only single set we took. Here let V and F be two sets. If a circle alpha belongs to V, for all A belongs to F and for all alpha belongs to V, then circle is said to be an external composition in V over F. So did you get my point? Their internal composition, any two elements, after completing the operation, the resulting element must be in that set only. But here we will take two elements from different sets. From V one element and F one element. After completion of operation, the resulting element must be in V. Then we will set external composition in V over F. So next we have to know what is field. In the previous classes, in second year classes, we already know that we already studied that what is group properties. In this final year also you will be able to learn ring theory. So in that ring theory, the types of rings are there. One of the type of that ring is a field. So let us see what is field. Let F be a non-empty set and plus dot be two binary operations in F. Then F comma plus comma dot. See here, G comma plus is a group. Simply we say there like that. But here two operations we have to take. F comma plus comma dot is a field. When it is field, if for all ABC belongs to F, F plus is a commutative ring. Commutative ring means already closure property is there. So associativity, identity property, inverse property and commutative property should be satisfied. Then F is called commutative group with respect to plus. So to become field, first it should be a group, it should be a commutative group with respect to addition. Next, F star comma dot is a commutative group. So F star means, so all elements will be there except 0. 0 will not be considered. So then that means F star is equal to, simply we will say F is equal to, F star is equal to F minus 0. So 0 will be eliminated from that set. That should be a commutative group with respect to the multiplication. Similarly, as it is the addition, here for multiplication it should be satisfy associativity and identity, inverse property and commutativity property. So third point is distributive laws. Apart that two conditions, the third conditions may be left distributive A dot of B plus C is equal to A dot B plus A dot C. Right distributive B plus C dot A is equal to B dot A plus C dot A. So students, what is vector space definition? Sorry, not vector space definition. What is field definition? So field is, it should be F plus is a commutative group, F star comma dot is a commutative group, and distributive laws should be satisfied. So this is commutative group, associativity, identity, inverse, commutativity. So distributive laws. Left distributive, right distributive. So coming to the vector space definition. So before going to the vector space definition, what we learned? Internal composition, external composition, and field. So definition. Let V be a non-empty set whose elements are called vectors. So V is a set of vectors, that means. And let F be any set whose elements are called scalars. Scalars means F is a set of scalars. Here clearly you have to visualize that V is a set of vectors, F is a set of scalars, where F plus dot is a field. So what is field? F plus is a commutative group, F star comma dot is a commutative group, distributive laws should be satisfied. So that is field. So here F is a scalar set, that is a field. Then V is said to be vector space if, first point, easy. What is that first point? They defined an internal composition. What is it? Internal composition already I have explained. So they defined an internal composition in V. Internal composition means any two elements should taken, the binary composition of that two elements should be, the resultant element should be in that set only. So for vectors, what we have to define? They define a internal composition in V called addition of vectors. What is that composition? Addition of vectors denoted by plus, for which V plus is a abelian group. Abelian group means commutative group. Both are same. So what the second condition for vector spaces? There is defined an external composition in V over F. Whenever we talk about external composition, there should be two sets. Here see V is a vector set and F is a scalar set. So call the scalar multiplication in which A into alpha belongs to V for all A belongs to F and alpha belongs to V. So for all alpha means alphas are vectors, A's are scalars. Then A alpha belongs to B, again it should be a vector. That is the second condition. The above two compositions, what is the two compositions? Internal composition and external compositions satisfy the following axioms. For all A comma B belongs to F, that means A comma B are scalars, and alpha comma beta belongs to V, that means alpha comma beta are vectors. So that two compositions should satisfy these four. What is that? A into alpha plus beta is equal to A alpha plus A beta. Remember that alpha comma betas are vectors, A comma B are scalars. A plus B into alpha is equal to A alpha plus B alpha. AB of alpha is equal to A of B alpha. 1 into alpha is equal to alpha. So the definition of vector space is, so we have to take two sets. V is a vector set, and F is a scalar set, and F plus dot should be a field. Then whenever we say that V is a vector space over F, it satisfies V plus is, see again, we'll go to the previous slide. So V plus is an abelian group, and there should be a, second point is, there should be defined scalar multiplication, then these four conditions should be satisfied. Then we will say that it is vector space. Okay. Next, examples. So what are examples of vector space? First we will take so examples of vector space. You all know C is a set of complex numbers and capital R is a set of real numbers. It is clear already. You will be studied in ring theory. Maybe you studied in ring theory. C is a field of complex numbers. R is a field of real numbers. Field means that 3 should be satisfied. So C plus is a abelian group. C star comma is a abelian group distributed as wholes. Similarly, R plus star plus dot is also a field of real. Here we took 2 fields. Then it is clear that C of C is a vector space. R of R is a vector space. C of R is also a vector space. How it is vector space? Here complex numbers are vectors and real numbers are scalars in C of R. See, whatever it may be in brackets, it is scalar set. Whatever may be outside the bracket, it is vector space. So to become a vector space, there should satisfy 3 conditions. What are the 3 conditions? So V plus, see, V plus means vector space. Here vector space is C is vector space. C plus is a abelian group. We know that because it is a field. C plus is a abelian group. And internal second point is external composition. And that is scalar multiplication should be defined. What is scalar multiplication? Whenever we take A belongs to C and alpha belongs to, A belongs to capital R, alpha belongs to C, A alpha belongs to C. Then only, so here it is clear, but we have to note that R of C is not a vector space. Why it is? Because R of C means whatever it may be brackets, it is a scalar. Whatever it may be outside the bracket, it is a vectors. So here the scalar multiplication cannot be defined because A belongs to C, it is a scalar. X belongs to R, it is a vector. So X belongs AX is not belongs to R. See, A belongs to C means it is in the form of, because it is the complex number, it is in the form of A plus IB. Whenever you multiply with X, X of A plus IB is XA plus XBI. But it is not a real number. It should be a real number, but it is not a real number. So the scalar multiplication, the second point of vector spaces, second condition of vector spaces is not satisfied. So R of C is not a vector space. So let us see some properties of vector space. Let V of F be a vector space and 0, 0 bar be a 0 scalar. First one is 0 scalar 0 and 0 vector. Second one 0 vector respectively. Then for all A belongs to F, A are scalars. Once again I am repeating. So whatever the elements we are taking from F are scalar and whatever the elements we are taking from V are vectors. So to recognize easily, here I took A, B, C, D as scalars, alpha, beta, gamma, delta as vectors. See, so first property is A into 0 is equal to 0. So it is again you remember, let us recall that scalar multiplication. What is scalar multiplication? One scalar, one vector, whenever we multiply, the multiplication must be in vector set. See here, A is a scalar, 0 is a vector space. So, 0 is a vector. So, A into 0 is equal to 0. It is a vector. So, how can it, how is it proved? See here, A dot 0 is equal to A of 0 plus 0. We can write it. 0 plus A dot 0 by the distributive laws, by using distributive laws, A dot 0 plus A dot 0. So by cancellation law, left cancellation law, it is A dot 0 is equal to 0. This is the first property. So going for second property, again we see 0 into alpha is equal to 0 vector. Again, why? Here 0 is a scalar and alpha is a vector. Whenever we multiply whenever we multiply one scalar and one vector, the multiplication value should be a vector. So similarly A into of minus alpha is equal to minus A alpha. Here also it is clearly proved that A of alpha plus minus alpha is equal to, already we know that both are vectors, alpha vectors, minus alpha vectors, because V plus is a abelian group. So alpha plus minus alpha is equal to 0 vector. So first property, A into 0 is equal to 0. So A alpha plus A of minus alpha is equal to 0. The inverse of A alpha is A of minus alpha. Therefore, A of minus alpha is equal to minus A alpha. Similarly, we can prove other properties like minus A of alpha is equal to minus of A alpha. A alpha is equal to 0 vector, that implies A is equal to 0 or alpha is a 0 vector. A of alpha minus beta is equal to A alpha minus A beta. A alpha is equal to B alpha, that implies A is equal to B. The last final property is A alpha is equal to A beta, that implies alpha is equal to beta. So students, in this video, let us recall what we learned is the definition of vector spaces, the examples of vector spaces, and some properties of vector spaces. Okay, thank you.